Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Leaders Kitbag. I'm Ben Morton and this is the weekly micro version of my podcast designed to provide you with practical everyday tips, tools and tactics to help you be an even better leader. Each episode will be just 5 or 6 minutes long, covering one specific leadership topic and leaving you with some practical tools that you can take away and immediately apply. That's all I've got for you by way of an introduction. So let's dive right in to the very first episode of the Leaders Kitbag. Enjoy. If you've seen all of the memes online about slowing down to speed up and the importance of reflection and planning for leaders, but thought to yourself, yeah, this is great, I get it, but I've just got so much stuff to get done, then what I'm about to share today is for you. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple tactic or approach to help you find and make the time for reflection and planning, because it is a critical leadership skill. And on top of that, I'm going to give you the magic trick to make sure you can actually apply it and it sticks and becomes a new habit. Hey, I'm Ben Morton. I'm a leadership mentor, performance coach, and keynote speaker. And I specialize in working with business professionals who are moving into senior leadership roles and who are committed to being the best leaders they can possibly be. Now, if we think about reflection and planning in relation to the priority or Eisenhower matrix, then planning and reflection is what we call a quadrant 2 task. It's important, but it's rarely urgent. And as leaders, we have to fight against our diary, our days being consumed by those quadrant 1 tasks, the tasks that are both important and urgent. Now, the way to do this is to schedule all of our most important activities into our diaries. The old adage of what gets scheduled gets done is very true. And Stephen Covey put it brilliantly when he said, the goal is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. The most effective leaders act on quadrant 2. Whereas the less effective leaders find themselves being acted upon by quadrant 1, by the urgent and important activities. Then we become very reactive. So, if you want to find time for reflection, for forward planning, which is a critical leadership task, the simplest way to make that happen is to start by scheduling 20 to 30 minutes in your diary on a Friday for this critical leadership activity. And here's the magic trick. If you look at your diary for this Friday, I suspect it's very full and you might struggle to find that 20 to 30 minutes. Well, simply look ahead to 2 weeks in the future or 3 weeks in the future and schedule it in at the earliest opportunity, and then put it in as a recurring event. And hey presto, you've got that time blocked in your diary every week for the critical leadership task of reflection and forward planning. If you do this, it will make a huge difference to you and to your team. It enables you to start acting on quadrant 2 and being proactive as opposed to being the reactive leader who is always chasing their tail in quadrant 1. I hope this has been valuable for you. If it has, please follow me on any of my social media channels and do check out my website at ben-morton.com where you can find more details of how we can potentially work together in the future. Look after yourself, look after those you've got the privilege and responsibility to lead, and until next time, lead on. Before you leave, let me just highlight one more free resource that I've got available for you. It's the Ben Morton Leadership Community over on Facebook, which is my private Facebook group where I share exclusive content. You can ask me specific and direct questions and also join the live coaching, mentoring and masterclass sessions I regularly run there. You can join by clicking on the link in the show notes or just search for the Ben Morton Leadership Community over on Facebook. And before you go, I have one small favour to ask of you. If you're getting value from the podcast and the other resources I provide, then please could you take just a minute or two to leave a rating for the show wherever you happen to be listening. It really does make all the difference, and it truly does enable us to keep bringing you more and more episodes of the Leaders Kitbag and the full-length main podcast interviews with CEOs and leaders. Thanks so much for doing that. I truly appreciate it. Thanks for listening, and until next time, lead on.